Hello, all. I'm going to read something to you that I wrote the other day on my Facebook, Dead Ain't My Daddy Facebook page. Okay. The title of this video is "There is a hierarchy, and the sooner you accept this, you'll be well on your way to understanding how money really works." All right. Laws and rules are one and the same, created by people with money and power. Complaining about these rules means absolutely nothing and will change nothing. If you learn and understand them, or you will be kicked out of. If you don't learn and understand them, you'll be kicked out of the game and end up paying with the time in your life, and that would be prison. What I mean by that is breaking the rules, not just because you don't like them, and you think you're just gonna, hey, I'm gonna go to jail and I'll get out, but you don't realize you're paying with the time in your life. That's something that you can never get back. Please do not be naive, believing that the same laws and rules apply to those who created them. Here are some examples. People that are allowed to sell drugs of those in power are called pharmacists. Okay, it's their drugs. They make the rules. Those people are called pharmacists. Those who choose to sell their own drugs without permission are called drug dealers. And if they're caught, again, they will pay with the time in their lives. A person can only use the money created by those who are in power, who make the rules. If a person copies or tries to create their own form of currency, they will be punished. Why do you think people that break the rules do so in secrecy? Just not out in the open saying, hey, everybody, I'm breaking all these rules. I don't care who hears, right? They don't do that. They do it in secrecy because they know the people in power will punish them. The hierarchy is clear. It's not a bad thing. You just got to understand that these rules and regulations have been in place before you or I were even born. There is no difference than when growing up at home when your parents made rules. Most had rules to clean their room, and if you didn't clean your room, you were punished. But if you walked by your parents' room and it was dirty, could you punish them? Could you apply those same rules to them? No. And why not? Because they made the rules. The rules do not apply to those who make them. It's no different than in a game of life. Same thing. You're just preparing yourself. Some accept it. Maybe they were breaking the rules back then. I don't know with their parents, but you come out in a game of life, that doesn't work the same. Imagine a football player who face masks in the game, right? That player is penalized. If he keeps doing it, guess what? He's kicked out of the game. If the official allowed that single player to continue the face mask, all the other players will be like, hey, wait a minute. If he can do it, I can do it. Can't have that. Cannot have that. It doesn't, and it doesn't matter if that player likes the rules or not. If that player wants to play in the game, he has to obey the rules. You have to. You just can't keep doing it and think you're going to keep playing the game. You can't do that. If you take the time to understand our financial system rules, you too can become rich, wealthy, whatever you want to be. Take the time to understand the rules. I know you're thinking, wealthy how? There's no need to rob, steal, embezzle, sell drugs, etc. Why? Because most people are just giving their money away, just giving it away. Why? Because they don't understand. If you understand the rules and get out there and create a business, create something, people will give you their money. They're literally giving money away. Interest, payments, car payments, credit card payments, they're just giving it away. Whether they know it or not, it's totally irrelevant. People have student loans with no intentions of ever paying them off. They actually call them forever loans. For those in power, they call that forever money. There are millions of people that believe they're homeowners while having a mortgage. This is a belief. As long as there are people that believe, as long as there are people that they believe that there's more, wait, what am I saying here? There's belief in it. As long as they believe it, there will continue to be forever money. Most have no idea the meaning of interest, tax brackets, taxes, etc. As long as they continue to not understand it, they will continue to pay. But if you're on this end, if you're on this side of it, you will continue to get it, create wealth from that. The system is, don't be like most people complaining about the system. If you take the time to understand the system, it's wonderful. It's lovely. The money's endless if you take the time to understand it. People that speak negative about the system are only the people that don't understand, that do not understand it. If you understand it, believe me, you'll love it.